Hi friends, this is Dheeraj Gupta, founder and managing director Jumbo King, the Indian burger. We have been reviewing the 22 immutable laws of marketing. In the previous episode, we reviewed law number 13, which was the law of sacrifice, in which the authors Al Rice and Jack Trout have said that you need to sacrifice in order to be able to grow. Today we'll be reviewing law number 14, which is the law of attributes. This is another of my favorite laws. In this, the authors have used numerous examples in the book to illustrate that for every attribute there is an equally strong opposite attribute which the brand can own. So this is actually an extension or similar to the law number 6, which is the law of exclusivity, in which the author has said that a brand needs to own up a word in the prospect's mind. And once that word is taken up by a competitor, you cannot own the same word. You have to look for another word which you can own up. This is the law of attribute, which means you have to own up an attribute about the product category which appeals to customers, which is completely opposite to the attribute which is owned by your competing brand. Too often, companies and brand managers make the mistake of emulating the leader. They feel that they are doing the right thing, they know what is to be done, so let's just copy them and do it slightly better or at a lower price. And this is the mistake that the brand owners need to avoid. It's much better to search for an attribute which is opposite to that of the leader and then go in for a battle over there. And that is how you are going to win in the marketplace. Marketers would give this argument, but there are some attributes which are better than the other attributes. And obviously, I would like to own up an attribute which has the widest appeal to my customers and to my prospects. However, once that attribute has been taken up by a competitor, your best marketing strategy is to take up an attribute which is next in the ladder. So they use this example of toothpaste, where they say cavities and cavity prevention is the best attribute a toothpaste brand can take. But once it is taken up by the market leader, the brand which is coming in second has to look for something which is different. You must move with a lesser attribute and be fine with a smaller share in that category. Your job is really to seize a different attribute, dramatize and play out the advantages of that attribute, and slowly grow your market share using the attribute that you have selected. In the book, they have used an interesting example of how McDonald's positioned itself as a place for the family, for the kids. And in the US, when Burger King was coming up, they decided to take up the position of the place where the youngsters hang out. They actually hung the tag of McDonald's being a place for the kids and Burger King being a place for the grown-ups. According to the authors, this as a strategy worked very well for Burger King, and that is what they should keep on doing. So friends, these are all there are very fine distinctions of how the marketplace battles are actually won. And what really excites me is the nuances, the smaller pieces of how strategy has to be tweaked to give, and it may look very small, but it gives your brand a completely different trajectory. And yes, I'm sure that there'll be thousands of questions in your mind. Do write to me. I've been having some interesting discussions, some interesting questions which have been coming up. Please feel free and reach out. I'd be happy to have a discussion with you. All the best. Happy brand building.